Balancing Act by Security Compass, your guide to going fast while staying safe in today's digital world. On today's podcast, we're joined by Rohit Sethi, CEO of Security Compass. Rohit, thank you for being here with us today. To get us started, why don't you tell us a bit about how you got into information security?
I got into information security somewhat by fluke. I graduated at the dot-com collapse. I wanted to be in software development, but nobody was hiring computer science grads at the time. After a few big corporate scandals, the field of risk management was growing. The US passed the Sarbanes-Oxley law that got every public company to start paying attention to controls. That's where I landed my first job as a security consultant. Looking at to somehow stay involved with software, I found a small emerging niche of application security. And that started my career in this field 16 years ago. At the time, the people who built software generally knew nothing about security. The thinking was if we just educate them on security and embed security practices into the software development lifecycle, we'll have far fewer vulnerabilities, and as a result, we'd have far fewer breaches. Something else happened at the same time, though. Businesses fed up with large IT projects that were constantly delivered late and over budget. The Agile Manifesto was starting to gain traction. As software became a bigger part of any company's strategy, the speed of software delivery became an organizational key capability. As time passed, a few truths became evident. One, embedding security in the software development lifecycle was difficult and expensive. Very few companies went through with it. Two, breaches kept happening, and seemingly with increasingly higher impact and notoriety every year. Three, as a result of these additional breaches, the regulatory landscape started to become more complex. Companies didn't just have SOX to deal with, they had a whole bunch of security and privacy laws from jurisdictions around the world, with the problem only getting harder. 4. Companies stopped believing they could prevent a breach, and instead embraced the fact that they will eventually be breached. The Chief Information Security Officer was, and still is, an impossible job in the broadest scope. So security budgets often get set to show a defensible posture, i.e., when the inevitable breach happens, the company doesn't look negligent. 5. The imperative to move quickly in business simply accelerated, as did the need to develop and deploy software. New technologies like cloud and containers and philosophies like DevOps enabled time to market at a rate that was unimaginable a decade ago. That brings us to today. While every organization has a unique approach, the general pattern I see in regulated industries is the evolution of the two sides of the house, business and risk management. The business is focused on creating shareholder value, whether that's through increased revenue, lower costs, or other strategic capabilities. Delighting customers is important to them. Risk management is focused on getting a picture of the organization's overall risk posture and making sure that we're always under the risk appetite of the organization. It's often assisted by tools and processes like governance, risk, and compliance suites that provide a holistic picture. These two sides of the house are on a collision course, and the pain is especially felt in software development. We see two patterns here. The first we call fast and risky, which is to say that in order to preserve agility, the business builds and ships software quickly. They rely on reactive processes and tools like audits, scans, and tests to find security and compliance flaws and then fix them after the fact or never at all. The problem with this approach is the inevitable breach. When you can't show that you've also done the industry standard best practices of integrating security, privacy, and risk management into the design of your software, you leave your brand and your customers' data exposed. The other pattern then is slow and safe, which is where companies do proactive processes like assess risk and bake in security and privacy into the design of the software, as well as the reactive processes afterwards. Now, these proactive processes are highly manual, time-consuming, and require scarce experts. They make the company's posture more defensible, but do so by sacrificing speed to market, which no business leader wants to do. This is the development dilemma facing everybody who builds software today, fast and risky or slow and safe. But there is a third way. It's called balanced development. It's about prioritizing the organization's key business priority, agility and time to market, by equipping them with the tools and processes to embed security, compliance, and risk within their development processes. Balanced development automation is a category of tools that help achieve this goal by automating key parts of those manual processes that we talked about before and allowing development teams to build without slowing down to consult with scarce experts. We've built our product, SD Elements, to be the first balanced development automation tool. We've already helped many of the world's leading product and regulated companies embrace the balanced development approach, giving them competitive advantage over slow and safe or fast and risky competitors. Balanced development automation will be a must-have for everyone who develops software for competitive advantage over the next 5 years. I believe it will change the world by helping to achieve our company's vision of a world where we can trust technology. I look forward to talking further about balanced development in the weeks, months, and years to come, and invite you to be part of the conversation and the journey. Thank you.
Can't get enough of the balancing act? Make sure to check out our website at www.securitycompass.com and be sure to subscribe to our channel wherever you listen to podcasts for more episodes.